For VacMaster. Today's recipe, so exciting. It's all about beef. It's all about cow. It's what's for breakfast. It's brisket! We're doing a traditional kind of Sunday brisket. So we're starting with something called a packer brisket or a whole brisket. It's a big hunk of meat, but it's comprised of two major pieces. The front, which is the flat, that really thin slice that you normally associate with, and the end that's kind of pointy and it's thicker, and that's called the point. So it's the point and the flat. Now you can cook the whole thing together, or as I did, cut it in half. Now you've got two beautiful roasts to use any time you want. And it is amazing, because all you really have to do is seal it and cook it. But we're adding sabor, we're adding flavor. I wanted to make sous vide brisket with sweet onion gravy. Sweet onions, a pile of sweet onions. So for every 4 to 5 poundish hunk of meat, I like to use about 3 pounds of sweet onions, be they Maui or Vidalia or something like that, really high sugar content. And then I like to cut them really thick. I don't want them to be too thin because they're going to cook along with the brisket. So I just kind of cut those up and then I saute those in olive oil with some fresh garlic, thinly sliced, in a wok. Because I love using woks because it's got lots of high sides and you can stir stuff around, it doesn't fly all over your kitchen. And I just kind of cook those a little bit till they're just translucent, they're just getting soft, but not overcook them at all. Then I let them cool. Then I take all those onions, I jam them into the bag along with the brisket, and then some sabor, some flavorings. Some tomato paste, some marmite or marmite, and what? Bay leaves. And that's it. Just those ingredients, vacuum seal in the bag, drop in the circulator, 68 degrees Celsius. What you're going to end up with after 24 or 36 hours is a piece of meat that is so deliciously tender, that is so unctuous, it's got so much flavor. You just want to eat it right out of the bag. But you gotta make the gravy first. So I remove the meat from the bag, and now I've got a bag full of gorgeous beef juices and the onions and that tomato paste and that marmite and the bay is all flavoring everything. And then I pour that into maybe a saucepan of some sort. And then I make a slurry. Now there's lots of different ways you can finish a gravy, but for today's recipe, I wanted to do something really basic. So I just took equal parts of cornstarch and water and mixed it up into a slurry. And then I poured it into the bubbling broth, the bubbling cooking liquid. Now you want to make sure that when you mix the water base, the slurry, the cornstarch and the water, that water is cold. So you can mix the cornstarch up. And then when you pour it into the liquid, you want to make sure that is boiling and it's going to thicken up and it's going to be delicious. You stir it around, then you want to taste it, make sure the seasoning is right. Maybe a little bit more salt, maybe a little bit more pepper, maybe a little bit more tomato paste. Who cares? Right? Now I use water in the cornstarch, but if you want to up your game a little bit, you can use a little bit of red wine, a little bit of beer, a little bit of hard apple cider. Don't really matter none. Add a little extra sabor, extra flavor, but today I just wanted those onions to stand on their own with the base flavors of the brisket. So we just go ahead and we make that gravy. We slice the brisket, that 24-hour or 36-hour, however long you want to cook it, really thin, and then pour that gravy over the top. I gotta tell you, there's nothing better than sous vide brisket with sweet onion gravy. VacMasters! Our beef odyssey is over. 24 to 36 hours later, look at that. This brisket is just delicious. Now, if you want, you can sear it off after it comes out of the bag, or you can leave it plain like I did. It's so delicious. And look at this onion gravy. I'm just gonna spoon that, right over the top. Oh. I'm crying. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Shall we try it? We gotta try it. We gotta try it. Okay, so here we go. Oh, some of that gravy on there. Oh, tender, tender, tender. onions. It's like childhood. It's beefy, it's big, but it's simple. It's a beef flavor. It's got that wonderful depth from the Marmite and the tomato paste, but it's really sweet onions and gravy and beef. Why would you want anything else? Try this one when you got 36 hours.
How was it? Did you love it? Wasn't it amazing? Thank you so mucho for watching. Thank you so much. You are what make it possible. Do you want more? Hit like, hit subscribe on your tablet, on your computer, on your phone. I don't care. I want to see you next time right here at the Fresh Mice channel with me, Eric Vegas. We are cooking. It's all about sous vide. See you next time.